Welcome back everybody to another dual movie review. Today we're going to talk about two movies in one video for you guys. Today we're going to talk about Bumblebee and Holmes and Watson. So we're going to talk about both of them, going to give you the score for both of them, and then at the end we'll just kind of talk, see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. But we're going to talk about Bumblebee first and then Holmes and Watson. They're both recent releases. I've seen them both. I saw Bumblebee on Christmas and I saw Holmes and Watson the other day. So we're going to combine these into one video because I've been doing a lot of videos and I just want to talk about them together. And I got some requests to talk about Bumblebee and I really didn't plan on doing a video for either one of these. So I thought might as well just combine them and get it done. So we're going to start with Bumblebee, which I was a little worried about because it's Transformers, and Transformers are really bad movies. But it's not the same director. Michael Bay does not direct this. So I had a little bit of anticipation going into it. And this is by far the best Transformers movie I have seen. It's very quiet and tamed compared to the other Transformers movies. And that's a good thing. I walked out thinking, wow, that wasn't as action-packed as the last ones. It wasn't as thrilling or like fastly paced as the other ones, and I thought that's a good thing. It's a good thing when it comes to the Transformers franchise because we're able to really understand the characters, Charlie and Bumblebee. We're really allowed to get into their lives and feel that relationship, which was really strong in this movie. They really had a lot of time to build up this relationship and make them feel like they are truly friends. And so I love that about this movie. Even in some of the earlier Transformers movies, they did an okay job of building up relationships, but there were so many Transformers in that movie where you never felt connected to one. Here we're mainly focused on Bumblebee, just one character, and you really got to understand him and appreciate the characters. There's a couple Decepticons in here. There's some brief moments with Optimus Prime, but we really focus on Bumblebee, and I thought that's a smart move for this movie. I also love how the Transformers look. The opening sequence is one of the coolest scenes in any of the Transformers movies. They look like the classic cartoons. I thought that was so cool. Immediately I was like, there's a different look to this movie, and I loved it. I've seen some of the older cartoons, and some of the newer movies really don't feel like that cartoon show. But the early shots in this movie definitely feel like it came from that world, that style of animation. And I love how Optimus looked, and I love how Bumblebee looked. I think they're so cool. This was a really sweet film with some emotional moments thrown into here, but when it comes down to it, I think the relationship between Charlie and Bumblebee work. There's some humor in it, but it's not that over-the-top humor. It's kind of subtle humor, which is another plus for this movie. There's so many things that they improved upon from the previous Transformers movies to make Bumblebee a really exciting film. I'm going to go ahead and give Bumblebee an A-. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I heard there's rumors of them doing an Optimus Prime movie. If they can keep it the style like this, I think they're going to have another hit on their hands. Alright, next we're going to talk about Holmes and Watson. Now, I'm a huge fan of the team up between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Talladega Nights and Step Brothers are some of my all-time favorite comedies. I was looking forward to this movie. I thought, really cool concept, take some of the big comedians and have them be these detectives. And then I saw the trailer and I wasn't so sure what to think about it. Then I saw the movie and I think this is one of the worst Will Ferrell movies I have ever seen. And I've seen them all, and I think Bewitched is pretty bad. I think Bewitched is still worse than this movie, but this movie is just not funny. The chemistry is still there between them. You can still tell they're interacting like friends. That's a big plus for this movie. But the jokes are just so stupid. I did not laugh like once in this movie. And you could have a movie that's really dumb, but it's so funny that it's stupid. It's just, this movie is just stupid. It's not funny at all. The jokes are dumb. We have a girl in here who is supposed to be like a feral cat. That made no sense at all. The jokes panned a lot towards Donald Trump and pop culture, and they just didn't make any sense at all. They didn't add anything to the plot. They didn't add anything to the characters. It just felt like a bunch of different skits thrown into one movie, and the storyline just wasn't coherent, and then they just focused on these jokes for too long, and they never were funny at all. You could tell that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly were having fun in their role, but they were also trying too hard to be funny, and it just did not work. I thought Holmes and Watson was a very stupid storyline, and the chemistry did work, but the jokes were not funny. And it's coming from someone who absolutely loves Will Ferrell, this is not a funny movie. I sat there constantly checking my phone, calculating how much longer I had left in this movie. And when we got to the end, I immediately got up and I left. I did not want to stay any longer. This movie is just, it's boring, it's stupid, does not work. And it's disappointing for me to say that coming from someone who has Step Brothers in their top 10 favorite movies of all time. This movie's made for me and Will Ferrell fans, but it just does not work, and I did not like this movie at all. I'm gonna go ahead and give Holmes and Watson an F. Whew, I contemplated on saying that and I just said it. It's an F. There you go. That's what I give this movie. Don't see it. So thank you guys for checking out another dual movie review. Stay tuned. I got some more videos coming your way. But right now, check out my 2018 movie montage. I had so much fun making this video. And you can click the subscribe button down below for more videos. My name is JustinWatchesMovies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.